we in there. All right, Miss K always gives us some motivation. If you can't fly, run. You can't run, walk. Can't walk, crawl. But by all means, keep moving. Kind of what we do in our portfolios. We're trying to get them to keep growing. What else? Hold on for a second. Let me get over to our video section real quick. Get one of those up, and then we can get rolling.
When you're in school, when you're growing up in life, it actually sort of matters to people how you look. And then it matters to you because it matters to others. Why? Why does it matter how you look? Because if they don't like you, then who will? If they don't accept you, then who will? And I started believing that I was not good enough. I started believing that I was a failure. That I'll never ever be somebody who people would like, that people would accept. And it was so hard, man. I thought to myself, I can't go on the soccer field like everybody else, and I can't ride my bike, and I can't skateboard, and all these sort of things. And I started getting depressed. I thought, what kind of purpose do I have to live? I mean, are you just here to live to die? I mean, is there not a purpose for me? Is there not a purpose in life? There are some things in life that are out of your control that you can't change, and you got to live with. The choice that we have, though, is either to give up or keep on going. I want to ask you, what are you going to believe? Are you going to believe in yourself? Are you going to believe everybody else's judgment on you? Are you going to believe people when they say that you're a failure and no one really likes you, no one really cares about you? People don't even look you in the eye. People ask you how you are and you say fine, but you're not fine, and they'll never know that. I tell you, life is interesting. Life's a journey. See this phone here? Let's say that I want to go to the phone, right? So it's like one step at a time, and you take steps in this direction, you take steps in that direction, sort of get lost along the way, and sometimes you fall down. But I tell you, there are some times in life where you fall down and you feel like you don't have the strength to get back up. You sort of put a mask on your face when you come to school and pretend that everything's okay when it's not, and you go home and lay in your bed when no one's looking at you, when you don't have to impress anybody, and you're yourself. And fear comes in. You know the fear that you have as soon as you walk into the doors of your house. Maybe it's a broken home. Maybe you have doubt in your life. Maybe you don't know for sure what's going to be happening in the future, and it scares you. Maybe you're worried about what people think of you, what people say about you. Just that fear paralyzes you. And I just want to ask you today, do you think you have hope? It should be impossible for me to get back up, but it's not. You see, I will try 100 times to get up, and if I fail 100 times, if I fail and I give up, do you think that I'm ever going to get up? No. If I fail, I try again and again and again. For as long as I try, there's always that chance of getting up. There's still hope. But I had to ask myself a couple of questions. And the first question was really, who am I? Who am I? And it's funny how the friends around you sort of determine who you are. You change yourself. So you have a choice to know which step you're going to take today.
All right. Boom, boom, and boom. I call myself trying to print out a worksheet. It's not printing out. Hold on for a second. I'll tell you what, instead of print it, we'll just put y'all on that page. Okay, so just quickly, for those of you who've traded with me, I go through a certain series of things in my mornings. One of them, you guys can see that when you first came on, I put putting basically my book journal. I'm just reposting it. This is, this was completed February 2016. I initially started this journey November 2015. And so now I'm kind of just sharing it with the world. Once I put the whole 72 days up, maybe I'm getting to 76. I think I had a few more towards the end of 2016 that I may add. I'm probably going to take it down because I may look to, do something else with it. But as it stands, it's up. Tomorrow is going to be day number 10. So the week is already done. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I like that we're together, that this one just happens to come up. When we work collectively, we're all triumphant. So I think that one of the good things with our group is that we're able to get up, idea share, and make some things happen. And so for this first, 20 minutes, if you guys have some questions or concerns about anything, particularly related to stocks, we can do that. Right after that, promptly, we're going to get in here. We're going to hit the on-demand session pretty hard. Let me make sure I don't have any, that must be Brandon writing. All right, let's go monitor. All right, so here's my on-demand session from the other day. I'm messing around with it at different levels and different times. So worked out pretty good. I'm clearing it up. Reset account. Yes. All right, so now we're clear. Let's see what we do today. Also with journaling, what I would encourage you guys to do is, write your trades out. Anything that you do should have it written out. So on this one, this is actually Fox's worksheet. Is much more simpler than mine. Mine is a little more complicated and I have a lot more things going on with it. And I kind of went back and forth today about whether or not to use hers or mine. So I'm going to put mine on just because it'll have a lot of strategies. I mean, we're not in a rush. We're going to get through in probably 60 to 90 minutes. And hopefully we'll have learned some things. So basic things on hers, very clear instructions. If it's over 36, we shouldn't be buying. If it's over 64, maybe when we consider the short. Again, with the journaling, shout out to my guy Mark. He got me over here on this Trader View, and shout out to Vic. Vic has got us a discount for those of you all who don't have a pattern day trade restriction and would need to pay for an upgraded service. With them, you have 100 free trades per month. So if you pattern day trade restricted, it's 100% free. So what I would encourage you to do is put even your practice trades, get them in here so that way you can see a pattern of the things that you do. And I noticed some things with me already with 2 weeks into the year, in particular with volume. And I'll show you, what I've done to rectify that small issue, which actually was present towards the end of 2016 too. John, I'll tell you, I was there. I've been more than 4 or 5 times ticker with low liquidity, and that's it. That's already shored up now because thanks to Ross and John and the people who write our scripts, it's now right on the page. It ain't hard to find. If it don't qualify, then we move on to the next ticker. So anyway, this one again has great information. You can see where I'm most busiest. I'm very busy here in the morning, which is why sometimes we're live. I'm not doing a lot of talking. I'm working. Right. And so I can see patterns of where I do well, what I do my best on, and all of that good stuff. I love TraderView. Very good stuff over there. Compound daily. Listen, if you have an account size of 1,000, and I know I oftentimes see people articulating the frustration with growing the account. This is 1,000. This is pattern day trade restricted. This is paying your 35% tax just in case you get way out there. And fees only averaging 5% a day. And then taking that first trade, making $50. If you're consistently doing that, you should be able to go from 1,000 up to about 150. So it can be done. I mean, if you do the math, it can be done. You don't even have to do the math. Go to Compound Daily, put your capital in there, what percentage you want to gain per play. And this is even taking into consideration if you lose some, because I'm thinking 35% of the time you may lose. And it does not take into consideration big winners and runners, which basically just speeds up your time frame. All right, let's get over here to the screen. Questions? What's up? Anybody got anything particular you want to look at? I'm trying to hide the watch list so that y'all don't get an advance notice. We are going to on demand January the 12th. So that's the date. You take it back to 9. And how much time we got? 15. So as we go through the on-demand session, we will pause it to evaluate each ticker individually. Kind of just take it from there. All right, so chart's blank. Let's just throw a ticker up. I'm gonna go ahead and give you the teaser. The first one is gonna be NUGT. Those of you guys that follow us on the Twitter, you know we got the auto script for the Fibonacci lines. Now the math is no longer, should not be complicated. It should automatically plot for you. And I even put the golden ratio on there, Mark. Check it out. It's nice and yellow. I couldn't make it the gold that I wanted, but it's cool. It'll visually do what we want it to do. And it will adjust per the time frame that you're on. So right now we're on 10-day, 3-minute. I like 3-minute intraday charts, and 10 days is as far out as I could go. But you know, if you put it on 20-day, look at that. Nice. Got your high spot on, got your low spot on. You don't even have to drag or do nothing. It's automatic. And I like what a lot of the automatic things do for us, because this is, you know, pre-market prepping, things that I do. And while it may only be a few seconds per ticker, number one, it's 100% accurate. And number two, it's not taking time. And so you save time, and now I can probably be in a better position to evaluate trades as they come. Down here in the bottom left, you can see this volume. It automatically tells me 2 days volume. And if you don't fit, you can't play yet. So that works out pretty good too. So we're structured pretty good, I think, moving forward through 2017. I don't know that I need to add anything different. I did. So I don't know if I saved it. Hold on for a second, y'all. I did not save them. I put my EMA crossovers on yesterday, but I didn't save it. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I can visually see it for now. We'll come back to that at a different time. But, you know, it gives you, you can put arrows there. I would prefer to have maybe a bubble, but I can visually see it. There's a cross, there's a cross, there's a cross. So it's, you know, we'll figure that part out later. And then if you put it out 1 year, it's going to give you what it looks like on 1 year and a day. Perfect. Boom, boom, and boom. Look at that. Drop down off of it. Drop down off of it. Break it. Come back to it. Come back through it. Go back to it. Drop down. Go back to it. Drop down. The golden ratio is real. Sweet, sweet, sweet. It took me an hour to figure out that the autofill will actually auto-correct my golden ratio as well. If it's on a downtrend or the low, whichever one has been made most recently. So the high was made most recently. We go top to bottom. If the low
is the auto fib something you're using in your regular trading or just on demand?
No, I'm going to use it for regular trading. I just scripted it this weekend. So, but I on demanded it. I'm comfortable with it. I'm good.
Are you going to drop that in Discord as an add-on?
Yeah, it's already there. It's already in the script section. As a matter of fact, let's let me put it in there because I want to make sure the most updated version is there. So let's go studies, edit, and I'll put it in the link right now for you guys that are visiting. So let's right click, share. Let's just call it Wolves Autofill. Shared name should be unique. That is unique. That's not unique. Bless you. All right, there it is. So Control V in the chat so that you guys have it. Control V. And let me put it in Discord right now. Control V. Finalized auto fib. There we go. I like that it adjusts for multiple time frames. We're considering doing just drawing a daily one just so I can see it, but I don't know. I'll figure that out later. I haven't decided how I'm gonna do that. But I like even when it drops down to 10-day, 3 minutes, it's still giving me the things that I want. We're getting it, you know, clear right here. Why not? At the field.
Where do you drop them in the Discord?
There's a text channel on the left-hand side.
I see it.
I got it on the big screen but it's all the way at the bottom, up on the chart patterns. Bless you. What's up, Sherman? Good morning.
Good morning.
What's up? Original Wolf.
Hey, Billy.
What's up, bro? I did this
So
auto.
if you don't know a thing, hold on, I got.
Boom. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Mine
Dropping.
doesn't show up. I don't know why.
You said your auto fill won't show up?
No.
When we get done with the on demand, I'm gonna put you on the screen share and get it up for you. It's probably we'll figure it out. Are you gonna be on the whole time, or are you time pressed?
Oh, no.
Okay. All right. We'll get you straight.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Sherman must have had to go out and come back in. All right. Let's keep rolling. All right. Here's the tickers. Let me get you the tickers. So go ahead and get you a piece of paper. Write these down. Here they are. All 14 of them. Sarah, do you have Thinkorswim? That's your platform.
Hey Billy, that link the link you provided is only it doesn't have all code in it.
I wonder why. It's weird. All right.
Yeah,
There's a way around that too. Watch this. Let's click it. There's the code there. So I'm just gonna copy the whole code and give it to you guys. Here we go. Now it'll fit. Control C and Control V. Boom. There you go.
it's crazy.
We're gonna make it work. Now, there we go. Oh, Discord dogged me out. All right, if y'all need it, I just put it in the chat, so we'll figure out a way to get it straight later.
So okay, Billy. So on the Think script, you go to log that autofib in there. All you gotta do is go to Edit Studies Think script and copy and paste it in there.
Yes, that should be it.
It got cut off in the message too to everyone.
Yeah, Billy, you ain't got enough.
All right, so let's do this.
Hey Billy, you know why it could be possibly doing that? Because you're on demand. Sometimes some of the scripts don't work like that.
Okay.
So you take off and you can probably share it better.
Let me take on demand off real quick, and then we'll.
So what about for those who don't know nothing about the Think script?
Now he's about to fix it so you get the link correctly.
Yeah. Hold on.
The link will go up.
All right, X, turn off on demand, pause. I wanted to stop there, turn on demand off. All right, now studies, edit.
Now just go to, you want to share it? Oh, there you go.
Share. I'm not gonna change the word, I'm gonna leave it just like that. Let's see if that helps. All right, let's Control V it again. Mark, can somebody try to run it real quick to see if it gets you?
Does it have a lot of yellow lines when you put the? I think I got it.
You good?
It has a bunch of yellow lines.
It's a bunch of yellow lines?
Yeah.
It should only be one yellow one. Let me see something.
No, but like.
Red, gray, red, gray, gray.
In the 30 minutes, in the 5 days. Yeah, I think
Is it looking like this? Does it have like a yellow line right there? Or is all of your lines are yellow?
no, like I went to the year and 20 days.
The 1 year? Should look like that.
The what does it look like?
Put your guys on NUGT and see if yours looks like that.
Okay.
Good job. Another high. Hard, baby.
Everybody good on the script?
No, I'm not good.
1 year, one day, 1 year.
Yeah, 1 year, 1 day. Or daily one. Yes, 1 year, 1 day. Sorry. Sherman, you tried to open the link?
Yeah, I'm opening up Discord so I can copy and paste it, but I got TOS open, and as I know it's studies, edit studies. Where do you copy and paste it at? And you got to go in the Think script itself.
Go to setup, Sherm, all the way on top.
Yeah.
You see a setup wheel all the way next to the support and chat? You go there.
Yeah, open shared item.
Yeah, and then you press Control and V, and it's gonna paste it right there. Once it pastes, it's gonna say Preview, and then from there you gotta rename it. If you don't rename it, it's gonna give it some other name.
Josh said he got it to work. Sarah, are you following John's instruction there? There we go. All right, let me see something. How do you import the scripts? In studies, are you on live with us? There you go. That's good. That should work. Thanks, John, for the take it off on demand.
Yeah, that was the issue. Because you have issues when you, like, say that you had that saved, you know, that you changed to have the crossover.
Yeah. So let's do this. Studies, when you get ready to, let's say you're going to add a study, you click all studies. Well, I don't do it that way. I click edit studies, and then I go right here. You're going to drag this down to wherever the script was. And so when you rename it, whatever you rename it, you should be able to find it alphabetically. Mine's happen to be a autofib. That's how I did mine, and that's how you can see it there.
Hey, Sherm, okay with it now?
No, I'm still trying to find. For some reason, my Windows won't open up for me to get Discord.
Okay, but it's in the chat, Sherman. It's in the chat for the meeting this morning. That link is right there.
You could type it in too.
There, I just pasted again. So right click on that.
I'm not on this computer.
Huh?
Yeah, okay, you right click on the chat.
Yeah, or just, copy it, like highlight and copy it.
Yeah.
Control C and then Control V it. All right, so let me watch my screen. I'm going to do it. I don't know if you guys can see the chat, but so I'm going to copy Control C. All right, so let's say I'm here and I want to, first of all, I'm going to go to Studies, Edit Studies, and then I'm going to click Import, right? Everybody good there? Click Import. And then
No, see, I know what you're doing, Billy, but I'm not. I'm on two separate PCs. I can't copy and paste and put it on this. I'm on two different separate computers.
You could type it in. You could type it in.
Type it in, Joe.
Yeah, I'm typing. Yeah.
Is that how to do it, John? Control V right there?
Yeah. If it doesn't work, you got to type it in though. I do it from the setup menu, but that's a little bit better from there. What you doing?
Wait, no, Sherman.
Yeah, mine worked.
Okay,
Mine
good. So it's working. Good.
Oh man, that was messed up.
Yeah, I mean, you got to make sure that, after you download it, you got to go to the studies and find it and then add it.
Right.
That's just going to pop up.
So so what Mark is saying, guys, is once you have it downloaded, you have to go over here and find whatever name you saved it as. So let's just say it was option gamma. Then you're gonna have to select it so that it goes into your studies, save your study set as, and then it should form it up for you over there. Sarah, you good?
Billy, go ahead, man. I'll get it later, man. I don't want to hold up progress. I'll get it later.
All right, we'll team viewer you once we get done so you can make sure it's on your screen. Matter of fact, put your screen on share screen because I want you to have it while we're on demand.
That's what I'm saying. The PC that I'm on my meeting with is not the PC that I got my platform open with. It's altogether two different PCs. I mean, I can log in real quick because it'd be draining my. It runs slow when I'm running the meeting and doing all this with the platforms and stuff. But.
Okay, we'll come back to it. Who else? Sarah. Okay, so Sarah and Sherman, we'll get you guys straight at the end. So just the concept, mostly let's grab the concept. So let's get busy because it's 1 minute before we need to go ahead and roll. All right, here we go. Yeah, everybody get the tickers down. Tickers are on the far left. 14 tickers. I'll try to print my sheet one. It doesn't work on that. Page 1. All right, N-U-G-T. I'm writing them down as well.
Also, this is giving me the golden ratio as 38.2.
Yeah, so here's the deal with that. If it says 38.2, what ticker are you on?
I'm on match, MTCH.
Good. So let me show you why it's doing that. I'm pulling MTCH so Mark can see it as well, guys. Oh, you on tell me what time frame are you on?
1 day, 1 minute.
1 day, 1. Okay. I might not even have that option.
Yeah, I mean, actually, let's do 1 day, 1 year. Yeah, 1 day, 1 year does it right.
So here's
Actually, do 5 minute, 5 day, 5 minute.
Okay, I do have that one. I thought I did. Nope. So here's what it's doing, Mark. Basically, what it's doing is it's doing a swing high or swing low. If the swing high or the most recent of the two, the high was created most recently, it's going to go from bottom to top, and it's going to give you your golden ratio 61.8% away from the low. If it goes from top to bottom, it's going to give you your golden ratio 61.8% away from the top because 38.2 is 61.8. So let's see, we may have one in here that's already.
What about 20 day, 1 hour? You got that?
Yeah, I do have that one.
Well, that works 61.8.
Because I spent an hour frustrated about it yesterday too. It's on one of these because I did it. Let me see. S, SGNL, GLT. See how it's saying alert right there?
Mm-hmm.
Pops up the alerts. It's pretty sweet. There it is. So how EGLT is forming. So again, the low was created more recently then the high, that means now we go here to here, and the golden ratio from the high is 61.8% away.
Okay.
So we're swinging low now.
So why couldn't you get it to be gold?
Gold wasn't an option. Like when you type the colors in the script, gold wouldn't pop up as one of the options, although you can use it on the main platform. Over here, GOLD wasn't an option.
Gotcha. All right.
Cool?
Cool.
All right. You finish writing out my tickers. We're going to run into this thing. IMUC ERM TCT BCEI Kara and Bayak. All right, here we go. UGT. We'll go ahead and play, and we're going to go 5 minutes into the market. Let's roll, and we're doing 10-day, 3 minute. Okay, so as it stands, the market is now open. You got a little flash of a green right there. Do y'all see any play or not yet?
Oh.
He's on the buy zone, that's for sure. RSI 36. We have the arrow too.
You have an arrow already? What time are you at? 9:36 in the morning? Or you cheated?
9:31.
Oh, okay.
No, 9:31.
All right.
9:31:32.
And you're on January 12th? You're on January 12th?
Man.
We'll wait on you.
Sorry, 11. Sorry.
It's all good.
Okay. What time you got?
It's good. So as the play is forming, so we're just, we're not jumping into it. We don't really see anything yet, but just look at the last 10 days. What do you see? I see resistance at 1050.
What time you have, Billy?
I'm at 9:37 in the morning, January 12th.
And support at the golden ratio.
Okay.
Yep.
There you go.
You can see support there, and it runs down to it and bounces off of it. Runs down to it, bounces off of it. Runs down to it, bounces off of it.
So what's the overall? The overall trend is sideways. So I guess you got to go out to find that overall trend, or you just say it's going to be in a range, and let's just play the golden ratio for a long.
Check this out. Look at the daily chart. Whoa, what's that about? Okay, there we go. So daily RSI is 59. Okay, so that's a little on the high side. 20-day 2-hour chart. It's running slow because we're screen sharing, y'all, so y'all have to bear with me. Let me shut all my other windows down too.
Are you doing it?
I didn't hear you, Mark.
Are you doing this on a laptop?
Of course.
So do you have a desktop computer that you use as well?
Uh-uh.
So
Just the-
you operate all your screens from that one laptop you brought to my house?
yes, sir.
Wow,
It's,
that's
it's,
great.
it's, it's got
That's
16
pretty powerful.
gigabytes. It's got 16 gigabytes of RAM. It's got a pretty big processor.
Hey, Billy, when you make a computer, let me or Trinity know.
Hey,
Oh,
have you guys seen the new laptop? It's made for gamers. It's a 3-screen laptop.
Yeah,
Is it,
that's
by,
just
is it by Alienware?
It's, I don't know. Actually, I'll send it to you, but it's kind of off topic.
Okay.
I'll shoot it to you in the link.
Okay. I'm stopping the screen share just to see if it'll speed up with my stuff here. Let's pause the time. There we go. There we go. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to move on to a different ticker and come back to NUGT. And we're going to do MYOS. I don't know what's going on in NUGT. MYOS is up, so let's look at this one. All right, so here's MYOS. Y'all can see the screen?
Yep.
Okay. And let's look out a little bit. Okay, so this one just ran. We went from $1 to 7, right? We see that it retraced to this fib here. It went back and tested that fib again, retraced to this fib, couldn't get back there. What is that showing you? Weakness. Lower high. Lower high, right? 3 lower highs. If you're 3 descending peaking this thing, what might you think is going to happen? I'm thinking, I think it's probably over with. 1, 2, 3. There's your peaks. There's your trend line. You can't get up over that. All right, let's take the trend line off and just put a channel on it. All right, so peak, peak, peak. Those are the 3. There's the bottom of that channel, right? If it goes through the bottom of that channel, it's probably over with for MYOS. All right. Then we also have a couple other things going on. If we're just looking at Thursday from a ticker that we watched yesterday run really hard, I think we played it for like 65 cents. You get a bounce, well, immediately either this starts to drop again. So even on this day, you have a high, lower high. This is a lower high right here. So 3 lower highs right there going into the open. And it takes a money ball out right before the open, telling you, maybe we should be short with a ball on top. So to me, this sets up for a short. That's how
And took out the golden ratio. Why wouldn't you just go short now? It's just a golden ratio.
No, I'm ready to go now. That's why I'm stopping it so you guys can see it. But I also want to point out one other thing.
The histogram cross.
The RSI is 28, but the histogram did cross right at about 927, which also was my red arrow auto signal to get short. And if you think about it, pre-market, because we can't pre-market on demand, how cool would it have been to go ahead and get short right here at 560 something, risk to 620, and all we're doing is getting paid. Now we're up $1, right? So for on-demand purposes, we can't take that trade. I need you to understand that if I'm ready and it takes that money ball out, this is a go. EMA and MA cross right there. We failed the field, and I have a manageable risk. It never comes and sees my risk, at least so far. And it's selling off at the open. So now let's look. We have the golden ratio there, but guess what else I put on? I put the 50% retrace as blue because I thought blue would be cool. If 50% retraces, I'd be cool with the money. That price is down at $4.20. So if I'm shorting the 450, I mean, I can get 7% off of that, right? So let's go ahead and take it.
Is that a headline, the blue one?
Yeah, the dark blue one. The dark blue one left to right is the 50%.
All right.
Let me zoom it out a little bit so y'all can see the numbers. So there's the number 50. Everything's gray, gold, 61.8 away from the swing. And then blue right in the middle because it's cool. All right, so let's run whatever, you guys can right click and do whatever. What I found too on this one is for on-demand purposes, you can do a custom order, which is the same way I mostly enter my orders. I'm putting the bracket on immediately because the plan is the plan. All right, the money ball at this very moment tells me to risk up to 541. So let's do 1,000 shares. And smaller position because the risk is higher. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, wait a minute. It didn't do the bracket. Wait. Sale, custom. Sorry. Sale, custom. There we go with the bracket. All right, because guess what? I'm going to write this plan out right now. We're going to do 1,500 shares. 1,500 shares. 1,500 shares, 1,500 shares. Now, we said 50% retrace would be here, but it's already been adjusted. So we're going to put our goal at 4. First one is your goal, so we'll put it at 4. I'm taking it in as a mark because I want to play, and I don't want it to go into 540. I'm going to stop. All right, everybody good with that part? Bracket order.
Now you put the 540 because of the money ball. Money ball.
Yep. Money ball's my risk.
All right.
All right. So confirm it. Let's roll. $6,700 play. That'll work. If I win, this is going to be a. Hold on. All right. Hold on for a minute. It says 5.4. All right. I think it's right. Let's run it. Boom, there's my bracket already on. And see how my line lines up with my money ball, and then I have a risk that I want to get. I have a goal that I want to get.
Too bad trade station, Thinkorswim is so expensive. That would be awesome to use that kind of order.
Oh yeah.
Good order software.
They said that they would do something different with the prices. My concern from what I'm hearing from the team is that they don't necessarily have the shares to short. I've been hearing a lot lately. So now, quick question for this MYOS play. Anybody have any questions about why we're short, why not be long, anything else? Anything particular from this play? It's failed in the open. That's another thesis. The money ball is on top. All of our all of our resistance is on top.
Have you tried to add any arrows for EMA, MA cross?
Yeah, I did it yesterday. I forgot to save it though.
Is it too many arrows?
No, if you know what you're looking at, I don't think it is. I actually changed the color. I had like purple, for the top. That way I would know which ones. And it looked good, but as it stands, I think I'm gonna leave it alone for now, just so it don't get too busy. I actually had moved my MACDs up too. I moved them from the bottom up here too. I put everything on the chart. But it's cool. I think it's you could use it. What I would suggest is, because that's like the confirmation one, just let that be you have your arrows on here, and then maybe put your arrows on the RSI or whatever other studies that you have at the bottom. Let your favorite one be on the chart. My favorite one is RSI. And then MACD would be secondary. So check this out. Really, there's a green arrow. There's a green arrow. I could have also bought this pre-market at $5 and had it 6. Because look, arrow told me to go. RSI was suitable. Took out the money ball, and I had a manageable stop that it never touches. So that's cool. I'll take that win as well. But as it stands,
so you have your RSI on the chart. You don't have your MACD arrows on the chart.
I just had RSI arrows are the only ones I have on the chart itself. All right, we're going to fast forward to 10 minutes. Well, let's fast forward to 5 minutes. Hopefully it works.
Good morning, everybody.
What up, though? Is that Reggie?
This is T-Bone, man. Tavares. Look.
What's up, T-Bone? I feel bad. The computer is not. doing what it needs to do.
Billy, I don't think it's just yours.
You think it's just toss in general?
Yeah, mine's is acting up too. So
'Cause
who's
I'm
acting
looking,
up?
I'm looking at my RAM. My RAM doesn't say that it's being spent, so it's not.
No, it's not yours.
All right.
Yeah, mine's is doing the same shit too.
It's been acting up since last night.
Yeah, I was trying to do it last night too. And the same thing.
Well, one good thing, at least I can see the price is down to 480, so you know we're killing it either way.
Yeah, that's the thing that's working. 460 now.
Yeah, man. Look at it. Check us out. Wait a minute. What did we short it at? 461 price? 450. Okay. I thought it was $1 down from where we shorted it. But it also might have not given us our play at the time that we were looking at it either. Because I thought we were looking at it at a higher price. Hard to see. Toss. What is going on, people? Let's try them over here. MYOS. Yeah, 540 was a stop. So, okay, so we were a little bit lower. Well, while MYOS is trying to figure out their lives, let's go to JDST. And UGT was the other one. I'm scared to type it. So everybody's having the same issue then with on demand, is that right?
Yeah, I can't even load a chart at all.
I couldn't do my own demand this week. I wasn't happy.
Hey, Billy, maybe if everybody stopped doing it, maybe you do it. Maybe we're overloading the system.
I doubt it. I think Tom said he was struggling with them all night last night. Aiden said he's good. All right, y'all bear with it. Let's go look at URRE is the only one that's up. So and that's not even one of the tickers we're playing anymore. All right, well, let's talk about URRE. At least it's on the screen and it's functional. Red arrow. So we should be short. And it's not functional either because it's 9:48 on the time and it's at 9:36. But at least from a standpoint of looking at it, I guess we have a play to look at. Arrow, identify a high today, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a fib. Okay, so check them out. They go to the 70. No, they went to the 100% fib. So it's making new highs. But from 4, you get an arrow there to short. This thing is retarded. All right, y'all hold on for a second. I'm gonna shut the whole thing down. Yeah, CPU is only at 16, so 13%, so we should be good there. All right, let's try to reboot it. There we go.
Okay, mine is working now. What I did was I closed it, and then when I reopened it, it was kind of like updating or making some updates, and now it's up.
Okay. We just did the same thing too. So let's hit on demand now. All right, let's go back to on demand. Okay. I don't know what that line is, but let's take it back a few minutes, like 10 minutes. Minimize. All right, you guys should see the screen now. Mark, this is the one that I actually changed the with the EMA crosses too. So see how busy that was with the crosses. So that light pink and those blues, those are all crosses.
Yeah. It would probably be fun on a but that is on a 3-minute.
Yeah, let's take it out to a daily. Well, it's still acting slow, guys.
Yeah, a little.
What I might do is we may just stop the on demand and let's just go to that date and we can talk about plays from there. Because I think that on demand is probably gonna. It doesn't look like it's gonna get any better. So at least y'all can write the plays down and then we can look at the times that maybe at a later time you can go and look at on demand. So let's do that. We're already 25 minutes in and we really haven't got a good play yet. Sorry about that. All right, so on demand is off now, right? It's still acting crazy.
Yeah, the auto fib is a real deal. This is great. I'm going through all my charts.
Mark, my heart was beating so fast yesterday when I on demanded it. Straight up, it's such a beautiful thing, man. I mean, it takes the guesswork out. And what I do want to point out, here's this SGNL. Look how close look at my auto fib golden ratio and look at that one. I mean, I'm within 1%. That's sweet. I like that.
So are you still going to have your golden rate going there, or are you just going straight to the auto?
Nope, I'm taking them down. I did a mass erase, so you can do like remove drawing, remove all old drawings, and I had like 30-something hundred. So now at least I'm down to 289. So
well, you know that you can have create a setup and then just take that setup and put it on all charts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remove that drawing. There we go. Okay. Well, let's do this. Let's go ticker to ticker and break them down each day. Let's do it that way. I think that we'll get more accomplished. Sorry to on demand. I mean, it does feel better when you're on demanding, but it is what it is. We can't change that. All right. So September 12th. Let's go to September 12th. Let's zoom this one out. And where is September 12th? excuse me, January 12th. This is January 12th right here. And let me load my study because I don't want that funny stuff on there. Uh-oh. I think I did save it. I just didn't load it. All right, we got to edit it. Edit studies. Let's go back to the old one. Moving average crossover. I want it. Take it off, and then move MACD back down. Did it kick me out? All right, I think we should be good now. All right, so you guys are good, right? You can hear me?
Yeah, you can hear you.
Okay. So here's January the 12th here. All right, so this is what we were looking at in the morning for that particular play. And we did get it to drop and give us an arrow to be green. But thinking about the big picture with this play, we see that it's been struggling with this $10.50 mark.
Here, don't see the screen. I've been having, oh, there it goes. It's been a big, long delay. Just started.
So this is September. I keep saying September. What's going on with September? Here's January 12th. Again, every time it comes to 10.5, it drops. 10.5 resistance, right? And that's a fib. So now let's zoom into just that day. Walk into the day looking for the short setup. Short setup comes right here. Yes, it gave you a signal to go long, but because that resistance is 10.5, look at this awesome spot where you can already have a play together to get yourself short at $10.30. Let's call it 10.20 just to say that we're moving slow or something. I don't know. So you see that auto arrows telling you go. If you're going to wait for confirmation on the money ball, y'all see the money ball getting taken out right here at $10.10. To me, I'm ready here because I already have identified overhead spot that I'm safe. So in theory, we're taking a trade here. That price we're going to pay is 10.20 on the short. Right, it's telling us don't let it go past 10.50. So 10.20, my stop's at 10.6. From 10.20, I want what? 9.80. Or another signal that tells me to get out. And that signal happens right there when that green arrow pops up here. So this one is a winning trade. Boom. Does that make it too funny looking, or is that good?
No, that's perfect.
Short it there. You got the fib as your resistance spot. You didn't have to wait on the money ball because you have the fib, and that's where you're going to put your stop above that. This gives you confirmation. You do get an EMA cross in there because of the white bubble. It's hard to see it, so I'm going to take it away real quick. All right, the EMA cross happens right in there. It's kind of tight, but it happens. You can see that there. And so for me, because it's red, take the profit here, and then any other signal that gives you an opportunity to reshort. What's going on here? We make a lower high, and the histogram tells you to go back in. And it takes the money ball out right there at 980-ish. Money ball on top risk. You can fade it all the way down the rest of the day. It's not, even though these green arrows are showing up, you can see that the last couple green arrows were weak, so now this is no longer a concern to me. And I have a specific goal. So if I'm shorting, 9, whatever it is. Oh, this is 10. Actually, it's a $10 mark. So I'm shorting the 10. I want 9.50. I want 50 cents because again, if I short the 10, I don't want it going to 10.50. I want 9.50. And guess what else happens to be at 9.50? The golden ratio. And we know that with the last time it was at the golden ratio, what does it do? It bounces off of it. If we're in profit at 60 cents, take it out. Take your profit. Because what does it do off the golden ratio the next day? Bounced off and went back up. So from 930 to 970. All right. Just stay right here is where we were. Okay. That's the 10th. 10, 11, 12. There we go. All right. So any other questions on this one? Sorry, I'm missing the chat messages. Let me look over there too. Most of the time, Sarah, my bracket order is going to be a market. I mean, the target is a limit order, but the stop or the loss is a market. If it gets touched, get me out of the trade. And I'm not going to sit and argue about a few pennies. If it's wrong, it's wrong. So I don't do stop limits because stop limits locks you into a price. If you do a stop limit and they skip over you, you're going to be sitting there holding it. Just straight up stop. Because if it comes that close to me getting stopped out, I'm wrong. So just get me out. There's no need to really do anything other than put the stop on and then limit for the target. Sometimes if it blows through your target, they're going to give you the benefit. If it goes to your target 50 cent, they're not going to retrace and give you 50 cent less. They're going to give you whatever the prevailing market price is there too. They're gonna give you the limit price. So let's say we hit here and we shorted this 10. We had a stop order, not a stop limit, a stop at 10.50, and we had a limit order at 9.50. When it gets over here to 9.50, and it drops to 9.35 real quick, they're gonna give us whatever that is. They'll make sure we get it. It might be an additional 1%, but they're not gonna give us anything less than our target goal. So that's a good thing.
So why wouldn't you hold this for a longer time? Because it never closes above the open.
This one I would on the second play. I would take my profit on this first play because now I see that this green was that, but this green move was weaker. If I re-enter right here, I would stay for my whole 50 cents on this one.
Yeah, because there's never a full closing candle above that open. So it's a failure no matter what.
Yeah, so if I'm short here, this one doesn't threaten me anymore. I'm not scared of that one. And I'm waiting for it to go to. If it comes to the golden ratio, we know it bounces off of it. I'm gonna take profit over there.
And if you're looking at this a year, what are you looking at this 20 days out to long-term trend?
These fibs are on the 10-day right now. But if I go, 1 hour, it's down to 8.5. It's a little deeper for that one. But the furthest out I can go for my intraday plays is 10 days, 3 minutes. There we go. All right, you guys can unmute yourself if you need to ask a question. I think somebody might have forgot to push mute. All right, any other questions for NUGT? And let's go on to the next ticker. All right. MYOS is on deck. Okay, so this is what we were looking at, September 12th right here, right? And I think we were trying to get short somewhere in here. Guess what?
January 12th.
Did I say September 12th again?
It's just embedded in your brain this morning.
Well, you know what? That's embedded in my brain. That's the voice's birthday.
There you go. There you go.
Birthday, so maybe that's what's going on. All right, so shorted at the open, the money ball up here, it actually almost comes up to that money ball. Candle wicked right here, but it never comes and gets this one. So I think we're good. This one's volatile, so you got to give it some space to breathe. But considering that we're short in a 5 and it goes down to 4 right here. There's 4 with an arrow. Time to take profit. That's $1 gain. All right.
What are those green lines?
The green line
The
is
double green line.
well, it's not double. That's actually, which I'm glad you said something. It's actually a green and a gray, but the on demand or live, you're going to get a red line that identifies the most to the intraday high and the intraday low. So as the day plays out, they constantly change. Right. So for me on this play, when it made that low, it never got any lower than that. When it took a money ball out over here, maybe we can scalp it for a long right there from 350 to 4. All right, but for me, I'm just showing that to you as a play. But for me, more than anything, because it's red on a day, I'm looking for the bear plays. So you get a bounce here, 1, 2, 3 greens. You put a trend line on that. When it comes to the trend line, get back short if the shares are available. There it is, clean candle through the trend right here. At what is this, $4 and some change or something like that. All right, so 4 VWAP overhead stop, and you go from 4 down to 370. So that's almost a 10% gain there.
How many flags are you drawing a day?
If I'm taking the play as when I draw them, so let's say I'm looking at this play. Let's say, this is what we did in the morning. We were looking at it here. So you got a trend line there. It broke that one, and you get this one, this new one. So you got red, red, red. Those are the only greens. 1, 2, 3. See how it breaks that trend right there? So maybe that's a signal to get on in there and get short, and it paid off.
Why is there no volume at that bar right there?
The volume is 300,000 on that bar.
But then the next bar was like nothing.
600. I couldn't tell you that. Maybe they got stuck or got nervous. It doesn't look like it was halted because it's it's reporting all 3 minutes. I mean, all 3 time frames of 3 minutes. So maybe people here were like, "Is it gonna go? Is it gonna go? Nope, sell it off. It's over with." Panic. So while these green arrows are telling me to look at the longs, it's below the open price, which is visually represented by an automatic white arrow. Automatic white horizontal line. So you can see that this was the open the previous day. This was the open today. And guess what? Remember with these runners, when do we want to be short? We want to be short the day that they can't hold their open. This is that day. Boom, boom, boom. 3 flags to the downside. You even got a flag pre-market right there. Remember we said we couldn't do anything pre-market on demand. But as far as since we're looking at it, let's look. I mean, when it takes the money ball out, makes it a little bit clearer. And I'm doing a trend line. I also sometimes, Mark, will do a channel just so I can see as it's making the high. So let's say I want to put the channel on it. It's the same thing. I know Sherman said it got busy for him one day when he saw all those channels, which actually there's a channel on that blue downtrend right now. So these 2 blue lines, that's my channel line. So you can see that when it started this downtrend, it never broke. This was the day we were looking at, but look how it breaks that downtrend the following day here. And it took the money ball out there. You could have bought you some 330-ish on a Friday and squeeze them up to 390. That's a 20% gain. All you did was wait. You waited. It broke the trend here. It's left to right. Took the money ball out actually right over here. So I told you about 343. And the money ball was on the bottom at what price? 332. So it told you risk 4%. Just being present and on time, And once it broke it, all it did was get you paid. And then that red arrow told you get out. Shows up automatically. So if you're not out, get out. $340 to $4, 20% available on MYOS. And all you did was stalk them and just wait. Bigger channel down. So it stayed in the channel until it broke the channel. When it broke the channel, maybe that's when we consider a thing. So speaking of breaking channels, let's draw this up channel real quick. So you can see this is another theory or thesis why maybe we should consider shorting it the following day. 1, 2. All right, so there's your up channel. When does it break the up channel? Like, I'm not making it up. It's right there. Right here. This spot right there. It breaks that channel right there. And since that time, it never made another high besides this one. It came back close to it here, so that's a lower high as well. So it broke the trend. So now we're officially downtrending. I'm shorting the spikes. Short to that, get paid the next spike. Short to that, get paid. Short to that, get paid. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's go to SGNL. Whoops. It should already be up. Let's just click to next. There we go. All right, so 10-day, 3-minute, there you have it. The SGNL looks just like the one we just looked at, right? So we put a channel on it. 1, 2. Let's use that swing right there. 3. All right, when do we break the channel? Right in here. And if it comes back to that top, that's a double top. Comes back to it with a red auto arrow. Is this the 12th? No, this is the 11th. All right, the 12th is when we said we want to look at it. Not sure why. Let's look at this one. This looks better. Okay, so we top. We come back to a top. The last time it gave you the auto arrow, it paid you. It went from $18.11 down to $14. So $3 down. All right. Comes back to a top. Put the trend line on that, breaks the trend, fails the open, money ball on top, gives you a risk, short to 15. And guess what? Golden ratio, expected to bounce off of that. So if you walk into it and you expected to bounce off of it, and we're being bearish because the ticker is red this day, all I'm gonna do is put a trend line on that. What an awesome spot to get.
So why would you expect it to bounce off that when it's down for the day?
So human behavior. I mean, that's what we're trading. We're trading human behavior. And the golden ratio, from what I see, I mean, it's a solid support or resistance for whatever reason. It's bigger than stocks. It's actually a human nature thing that, you know, we can get into completely away from stocks and how it works.
Yeah, I've read all about it. It's actually pretty fascinating. It's
very fascinating. Very fascinating.
It's about the spiral of life and how things move with each other.
Absolutely.
Science. Mm-hmm. It actually was discovered in like the 1800s or something. Early 1900s. Had nothing to do with stocks. Nothing to do with stocks.
But guess what stocks are? We're visually looking at human behavior, and humans, we've been here real for a long time. I mean, we've been wanting to grow and evolve since the very day that we were conceived. We go from 1 cell to 2 to 4 to. That's a natural pattern of life. You plant a seed in the ground, the seed and whatever you plant it wants to grow. So, you know, so when we see a behavior that is a natural state, you know, if Fibonacci says that things naturally occur off of here and it bounces like that, I'm putting a channel and we come on back through it, that's confirmation to be short. And we go from 13 down to a good $2 down from there. Sweet spot was there though. Look at that RSI. And I'm only liking this one because the last time you were there, you paid dividends. Well, you don't have to be anything special for me, SGNL, besides consistently who you are. That's just extra. I mean, I would expect it maybe to retest that low, and we just got extra on it, but you know, that's not too bad. It's not too bad of a play. So why? And could you have bought the bounce? You could. If you're ready and you're watching it, you're like, all right, well, I'm gonna bounce it off of this golden ratio because the RSI was low enough, and you got a green auto arrow says go. You could have played it from 13.2 to 14.2 for those who can't short. I mean,
you probably want a clear breakout, and maybe it does break out at 9:45.
And here?
Yeah, I mean, break out to the upside, but that's the problem. You would just be guessing at that breakout of the golden ratio.
Yeah, and to me, looking at it from here, guess what? We can see it, but whether it's hindsight or not, let me back it up just so we can see it like live if we're watching it. Let's say that's what we see. I automatically think VWAP, EMA, and MA are going to be resistance. Like I suspect that just like I suspected you to bounce off here, I expect when you get here, you're going to struggle. Why? Because you failed them. So there were support. If you fail support, it's resistance. So I expect resistance coming into that area. So when you come into that spider web and then you start doing that, oh, it's real. You clearly can't get through it. So let's go. Let's get short here. And look at the volume. The volume isn't spectacular. So the big volume bars are sell-off bars. You get some weak buys, and then this next one, this third big sell-off was really the confirmation bar. You get big, weak, big. Yeah, let's go ahead and short them. I think they're done, and that would have played out pretty good. All right, let's take a look at EGLT. Should be the next ticker. There we go. All right, so we're on the daily on EGLT. Let's go into 20-day 1 hour. All right, so again, this is that situation where it swung low. So your 61.8% or golden ratio will be represented here at 38.2, which is 61.8 away from the high. So we've already retraced 61.8% away from there. So if we're looking at intraday on the 12th, I think that is in this area here. All right, failed the open. We get an arrow pre-market, not a lot of volume. Confirmation happens in here when it took that money ball out at 9:33. That's why I had them on the list to see if you guys would see that happen on demand. Because once it hits it right there, we're talking about, what is it, $6? It's telling us to risk up to $6.60. So I would expect it to fade down to 540-ish or another signal that tells me to get out. Well, here is 570s, and this arrow is telling me go ahead and take profit. So if we shorted the 6 and got out at 576, we made 4%. That's good. Histogram is starting to trend against you. We don't know what happens after that. We do know we're up 4%. Take that profit. Not a lot of range on EGLT. All right, high Q. Is this the 12? It is. Good deal. All right, so high Q. Zoom it back so you can see it at the open. Okay, so golden ratio, remember, it's not support. It bounced and then it failed it. So now it's resistance. If you come to it and it was resistance here, I expect you to be resistance here. So maybe we're short at 18.50. Maybe we get short somewhere in here at 18.5. Took the money ball out, told us to risk 50 cents, which is about a 3% risk. All right, and let's see if we can shoot them down to, you know, the solid dollar mark 18, because this is the last place that it bounced off of. You know, we had the benefit of seeing it green, so we know it's going to get there, but let's see if another signal tells us to take profit. Oh, there you go. Get deep RSI and tells it get out. 50-cent gain. Signal to signal. Let's go to the next one. All right, Halo. There's your the daily on Halo. Let me take mine out. All right, so swing low to high. Golden ratio is right there. It went up, came back to it. It went back up. Guess what that is? That's a double top up there at 14. All right, and this is the one that I shorted overnight with the bad news about their revenue. And looks like now that I look back at it, I didn't stay long enough, but a winning trade, we'll take it. But so there's the outlook, you know, on the daily, and then when we go 20-day 1 hour, you know, you can probably see that it's overextended in this fashion as well. Here, I think is when it was. Got the red arrow, and then if we go into the intraday on the 12th. Okay, there we go. Our intraday on the 12th is telling us what? Telling us to buy it. Get a signal to buy, which price is at 11.3, and it goes to as high as almost 12.3, so $1 up. Doesn't look like much. So why would we buy the 11.3? Let's talk about that one. Number one, we are 50% retraced off the high, if I'm not mistaken. We're almost 100% retraced off the high. Right, and the last time that it was down here at 11.30, what did it do? From 11.30, it bounced. Right?
So that AutoFib study just puts that dotted line in there. Why? What's that do?
Which dotted line?
The dotted line from the low to the high.
Oh yeah, I think that's just how it's scripted to read from. I mean, when you draw, that's what it does.
Right, you draw it from the high to the low.
Yeah, so it's just going from showing you where the high and low was.
Okay.
So in this scenario, again, we talk about past resistance and support and what a stock does at a place. The last time that Halo touched a 23% fib, what was the response?
It bounced.
It bounced off from 11:30. It went to 12:30. 12:30 right there.
All right.
So if I walk into on that day and I'm prepared, let me see if I can get you to, again, I don't want you to do nothing special for me. Just be who you say you are. And they said, I'm going to bounce off of that price. And then I get an arrow that's telling me to go. So that's confirmation. And it's literally touching the fib right there. So, I mean, this is a good spot maybe to dip by it. If you wait till over here, when it takes the money ball out, you're paying $11.80 and risking right back down. So it's telling you risk 50 cents. So expect, look for 50 cents from here and you get it. You never get stopped out. It just took you all day, but it shouldn't matter that it takes all day. We just want to get there. There's your 12:30 right in here somewhere. I mean, maybe over here. But you get your goal and it never stops you out. All right, CLVS. All right, so there's daily CLVS. All right, this is the one that's been running, right? Look at how it tried to golden ratio. Golden ratio said no, sir. It tried it again. It said no, sir, and then it beat it. So guess what it is now? It's support. So when it retraces back right in there, starts getting close, and you put a flag on it, and it starts breaking out with new news, and we're at the beginning of the year. We're January affecting.
Hey, Bill, you should check out something called. Have you heard of the book How I Made $2 Million in Stock Market?
Wait, let me write it down. Because I write them down.
It's Nicholas Darvish, and actually, there's a study called the Darvish boxes. And Nicholas Darvish actually he made $2 million in the stock market in 18 months in 1959.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm actually listening to the book now. The first hour is his 4 years of mistakes.
Wow.
So, but then he figured these Darvish boxes out, which is basically how stocks move into different boxes. So, just like you said that this support or I'm sorry, the resistance, once it broke through, now the resistance now becomes the support.
Right.
It's the same thing. It's now moving into a new box.
To a new box. Okay.
I think you'd find it pretty interesting.
Okay. I just wrote it down. I'll check it out. Green on the day for this particular one at the 50% fib. So it's holding the fib. It comes back down, bounces off of it. Green arrow pre-market telling us to take them off. And they've been running. And it takes a money ball out right there. If you buy the $49, it's telling you to risk what? Down to 48. So risk $1, big stock. Bought to 49, risk 48. There's my dollar right there. And if you want to be more patient with them, you're still going to get 4% because it goes from 49 all the way up to 54. So you needed what? $2 to make 5%. So you needed to go to 51. It goes through 51. There, 51 happens to be the golden ratio. So you had your 5% right there.
Was there anything telling you to get out?
No, I think they had pretty good news, and the way that the stock is looking, I think you probably can ride this one for a while. Because every time it takes a money ball out, look, the very first time it did it, it didn't do much. The next time it did.
Look at where it is at the golden ratio with the arrow. That might have been a sign to get out. No,
so, and here's why I'm saying no. I mean, I guess it feels good to say no, but when it does go down and take the money ball out, look what it does. All it does is consolidate. It never drops. So look at the next time it takes the money ball out right here. All it does is consolidate. It never drops. All right, so if that's your behavior, that's what I expect. Takes the money ball out, never drops. It's consistently doing the same thing over and just keep going high. It's just taking a little break, keep going. So for this one, I think you probably can ride this one because, again, takes the money ball out, never drops. Keep riding. And if it's up at 54, 55, I'm up 10%. Now I'm happy. but really still never drops. And you can see that play out even on the next day because it kept running. So I think I was like, man, I can't short them. They, they stay green every day. It's never even getting below the open price. Like it's just barely, again, take the money ball out, never drops, and it's right back to running. So they've running for a while. And so we're just waiting on the day that they can't hold their open. If you look back, that doesn't exist. Oh, we had one day over here. It looks like they went, and guess what? When they couldn't, look how it sells off. Right, good $2-3 down. Hold it open, leave them alone. Don't short those folks. Our ARWR here is the 12th. All right. Golden ratio, pre-market, took the money ball out. And, this is the one I shorted. Yeah, okay, so took the money ball out. All right, and it runs down. Look what it does at the golden ratio. Bounces off of it. So if you're short over here and it comes to the golden ratio, you expect to take profit. Let me get rid of this one. Especially if you're short from, what is this, $2.30. Being on time, present, took the money ball out, 230, telling you to risk up to 250, risk 20 cents, you need 210 in your life. Well, there's 210 on the dot. Perfect. Thank you for my 10% gain, 8% gain, whatever. RSI is down where it's telling you probably should cover your short, and it just happens to be at the golden ratio, and it just happens to be telling us maybe to take the long. If you took the long here at 209, guess what you did? You made 5% that way. You went 209 to 220 without ever getting stopped out. That risk was tight, and it never drops below it. So you just had to wait and be patient for your target to get hit, and it hits it over there. Signal to signal, green arrow. And it's also coming to the open price, so maybe expect some resistance there. And this is at what time? This is at 10:18 in the morning. So you didn't have to do anything pre-market. If you can't short, wait for your opportunity. Trend line down.
Get out the first arrow or the third arrow?
I would wait. I think I would wait for the 220. This arrow is telling me to watch it, but it's not red yet. That's just it's not yet red. It's in the 60s, but it hadn't really turned red until over here. Once it turned red with that gravestone doji, I might not have waited till that. I probably would have just took profit with the gravestone doji. I wouldn't have waited till all that. Or I would have had a tight, 2-cent trail on it from 220 and it would have stopped me out 218. That hot though, the RSI is in the 70s. Take your profit. And if it goes higher, complain about it on the recap video. All right, here's the 12th on IMUC. All right, what's the first signal? You got an arrow telling you to get short. Short to 276. It goes down to 263. So not a lot of movement, but from signal to signal. Whoa, actually, that's not 276. I'm sorry. That's 290. All right, so short to 290. Let me get rid of my fib. There we go. Okay, so 50% fib, taking the money ball out, and you're getting a signal here with an RSI that is at 73. This RSI is touching 73 and it's starting to form up red right here. I think I might be interested in going short. We have VWAP, a lot of other stuff in there too. So maybe we're short here in the 285 area. And we don't want it going back to 3 because that was the high. So
why wouldn't you wait for the next confirmation, which is the MACD cross?
Histogram already was going. Histo say go. That's good enough for me. If I wait for MACD, I'm probably going to miss some percentages. And if I take the 285, $3 is overhead, I'm good with that because that's 15 cents away. Let me see if I can get 15 cents down from 285. I think we get 270. Yeah, we get a little bit more than that. It's down to 262, so an additional 3% down, and it's in an area where you should be buying. So this, my bread and butter is RSI. MACD, Histo, and all of those are cool. My one issue with this stock, though, is, see that? The volume.
Yeah, there's no trade. There's no shares that you can get out in the middle of the afternoon. Lunchtime, it's not even trading zero.
Yep. All right, ETRM.
How did you get that? How did you get that volume thing on there? Is that on Discord too?
Yeah, that's on Discord. It's on the scripts. All right, so here's September. I keep saying September. Jeez. I don't know, go hug on the little one. January 12th. Signal telling you to get short on the thing that's been running. Can't get back over the golden ratio up here. Takes the money ball out for confirmation over here at 10:30. Get short at 16.25. Cover much later and get paid. I mean, it went down $2. It doesn't look like much, but it went down from $2 from there to there, and it's bouncing off the open price. So if you shorted at 16.25, you made $1.25 down. I'm probably gonna go ahead and get out. I'm not gonna wait on that because I expect you to bounce off of the open. It's possible, and I'm up $1.25. Close them out, especially on something as volatile as ETRM. Had some pre-market signals as well. All right, PTCT. Is this the 12? It is. All right, let me get rid of my alerts. I don't need them. We're good. Cancel all of them. There we go. All right, so PTCT, one that has been running, right, through the golden ratio, comes back to it, bounces off of it, comes back to it. Is this the 12th? It is. Perfect. Last time you were at the golden ratio, you bounced. So guess what? Why wouldn't I not consider buying this one when I got a signal that's telling me to consider it? Took the money ball out right there. Maybe I'm long at 1476. I don't want you to go through the golden ratio. So 50 cent risk. So 1476, I need 1525. Never stops me. Golden ratio stays support. Boom, volume kicks in. Well, I only need 1525. I just made an additional 50 cent and the RSI is red. With an inflection down right there, it's time to go. I ain't waiting for the arrow because it's already telling me, you know, big push up. I'm 50 cents past my goal. That's $1 gain. Winner. And if I'm not out yet, Histo say go, get out right there. Definitely out by the Histo. And then of course you get confirmation of what you were thinking later. And then it of course fades on down from 15.75 down 50 cents. Which, you know, again, this one is green on today, so could you short it? You could, but why? Well, I would more so be what the stock is saying I want to be. I want to be long because we're green on the day, so look for the long signals. You got one there, you got one there, you got a money ball tick out there, you got another one there. BCEI on the 12th. All right. We are filling our open and we are near the $2 fib, which has been struggling with consistently for the last 3 weeks. It shot through it right there, dropped back to it, and then dropped. Gets back to 2, and then dropped. So on the 12th, if you come to 2, it gets close to it, 190, whatever this is. The confirmation ball right there, 186 down to 176. So 10 cent signal say get out. 4 or 5% gain. Never stops you out. BIOC, is this the 12? No, that's the 13. All right, golden ratio, we're struggling with it. We can't get through them. Green signal, weak. Green signal, weak. Green signal, weak. So if all these green signals are weak, then to me, it's also a runner. All right, we just went from here to here. 50% retracement on the 12th. I'll try to short you down to a full 50% retrace. So maybe try to get short at 230, run them down here to 210. And just be on the other side of the golden ratio. Be on the other side and you're wrong, and it's breaking through it then. What is that, 240, let's call it 250 for a round number. So 20 cent risk up, 20 cent goal made down. There's 210 right there. And it never touches your money balls on the top side. Here we go. Cara Therapeutics. Last time we were at the golden ratio, we bounced. We went from 1068 to 11. Let me see if we can go out a little bit further. Hold on. All right. Golden ratio resistance. Golden ratio resistance. Golden ratio is now support here. We're now up. up. Get close to it, up. Okay, so let's get rid of this one. All right, we bounced off golden ratio back over there somewhere, it looks like. There we go, up. And then on the 10, up. On the 11, up. So on the 12, you're telling me to buy. All right, give me confirmation. Confirmation happens at the golden ratio right here. 1064, risk 1 or 2%. I may get them a little bit further. 1064 goes to 11.2, so 6% gain. I'm probably going to be out over here though, at the $11 mark, because that's 4% and it's also hot. So we'll take 4% on that one. Easy play, never stops you out. And this is at what time? This is 10:30 in the morning. Who else we got? I think that's it. That's all of them. So for you guys that don't, and have, this is a new day for you guys. Let me share with you why a lot of times I say 4 and 5% as a goal. I want to put that up. Compound daily. Listen, you got a $1,000 account. You do 4% a day. It works. Take your time. It's a marathon. It's going to be a while before we get there, but it works. This is pattern day trade restricted. 156 trades, 3 trades a week, 3 times 52 weeks, 156. So 3 trades a week. You can do this. You just got to be consistent with your plays and let them come to you. Where'd they go? There we go. Okay. I'm gonna shut the recording. Well, I'll leave it on just in case there's any last minute questions or concerns. Get off here and hang out with the family. But hopefully that helped you guys. Sorry that the on demand wasn't working the way we wanted it to. But I think you get the gist. So visually be prepared to see those scenarios as they play out. All right, we got some questions. We got a lot of questions. Sorry on the chat, I couldn't read the chats on a different screen. So I'm gonna go through the chat and just answer them from bottom to top. No problem, DJ Tom. No problem, Randon. Looks like 200K volume minimum on stocks. 20, decent strategy, very clear, follows the rationality, well relating to the P&A overall traders using fields. Is the golden ratio denoted by the dotted green line? No, Sarah, the golden ratio is denoted by the yellow line on the screen. So let's put IDXG up. Came to me first. That yellow line right there would be the golden ratio. Right, and because it hasn't made a new low, it's still on the swing high setup. So golden ratio failed right there. And look what happened when it failed. And look when it came back close to it. Nice. Zayden, we do. For you guys that, have enjoyed today, if you all will private message me your email, Vic put together a Pups of Wall Street little setup on Discord. So I'd encourage you guys to kind of network the same way that we do. And every once in a while, maybe one of us, maybe we can get the big dog, Eric, come hang out with you guys, or come over and screen share or concept share with you guys. But that's really why we're where we're at. Sherman and I met at the 2015 conference. We started getting online in the mornings, and we're just bouncing ideas off of each other. I just happen to host it. I mean, it's nothing special about me. I'm just hosting it, really. So yep, the goal line, Josh. All right, let me go back through all you guys' questions. So I'm watching the first and we'll work on setup later. Good. Great system. Do you use market stops? We answered that one. Sarah was blowing her nose. Good job, Sarah. Learning and loving about these fibs. So listen, I know you guys have some questions. Here's what I want to encourage you more than anything. When you have a question or query, this is exactly why I've gotten where I'm at. 2 things. Google, YouTube. So if we say something in the meeting and you don't know what it is, write down golden ratio and go YouTube it to death. It's free. Google, it'll tell you. and just keep adding and adding and learning, because it may speak to you a different way than what it says to me. And like I said, I'm not necessarily teaching, I'm just more so sharing, my idea about the thing, but it may speak something different to you. And really this whole trading thing is you're trying to just customize something that works for you. To me, I've been using fibs for a while, and I just got to where they automatically plot it. So this is very exciting to me for the auto plot, because now I don't have to take the time to do it. And it's going to help my homeboy Sherman out, because Sherman's been struggling with the fibs. So now he doesn't have to. Just sit back and let the computer do it. Since you have a bracket order in, that's how I trade. Basic human behavior. That's right, T-Bone. That's what we're trading. I mean, you're visually looking at humans. It just happens to be a digital representation of what they're doing on the stock market. Hey, I think it's better. I do. Oh, I'm nervous. When you see sell-offs like that, that's panicking. That's human behavior. Oh, I'm scared. Fear and not fear. Let's see. Usually jumps to other charts after the trade is set. Yes, I do. I do not too much stay on a trade. So let's say I take a trade, and I'm in it. I'm gonna put right click, create alert. I mean, I have a bracket order, but I'm gonna create my alerts before the actual play is stopping me out. So let's say I take this one short here at 793. So I'm risking 35 cents. So 835 is my alert. I'm gonna create alert. So 835 is my stop. I want to be alerted 2% before that. So I'm gonna let me know at 818. At or above. Short play trending against you. Right? Create it. And then if I'm short at 8, I want to know at maybe 780 or 7. This one moves so fast, so let's just put it on here to put it on. Create alert. At or below. Short winter maturing, at or below 745. So while I move on to the next play, if it touches that, that means I need to come look at my short. Maybe I'm wrong. If it hits that, then I can come say, all right, we hit 745. Let me take my top stop down, because now you can't take money from me. You can take money from me the first 3 minutes of a play. If I'm in profit, you'll never get money back from me. If I go up 50 cents on a stock that's $8, that means I'm up 6%. And the best you're going to do is get 2 of those percent back. So I'm going to take 32 cents as my stop from 8. That means 768 is now my stop. Where before it was 835. So it's 768 or better now from that point forward. And you just keep moving on to the next time. YouTube it. And there you go. So Kay kind of already spoke to one question. If the question comes up, put it on YouTube. I promise there's a lot of stuff out there. You use indicators to enter, like Billy. I think that was to somebody else. Looks like 200K volume minimum on stocks. Thank you very much. Golden ratio. See the fibs, but I see the fibs, but it's not clear how to see the golden ratio. Okay, good deal. So Sarah, you should be YouTubing a video about fibs. It's going to give you all of the numbers that are on the fib, and then the golden ratio itself is specifically 60.8%. You have 0, 23.6, 38.2, 50, 61.8, 78.6, 100. Why is the golden ratio so important? You'll see that in YouTube videos. It's something about human behavior and the nature of growth that really has nothing to do with stocks. We just apply it to the stocks, and for whatever reason, it works. I couldn't tell you exactly why it works, though. My arrows are auto arrows, Austin, so they automatically will represent on the chart when a scenario plays out on the relative strength indicator that I favor. So if I see an RSI indication that is inflecting down, it's going to give me a red arrow to consider, hey, maybe it's going to drop, maybe it's going to drop. While the arrows are telling me to consider a thing, I still have to use, due diligence about, I need confirmation of a thing. So yes, I got the red ones here, but I'm not taking it because we haven't broken support on the EMA or the money ball or the MA or VWAP. We didn't get confirmation until right here. So 5 red arrows later and an hour later, it comes on through the $13 and it gives me a risk. It never comes and touches that risk, and all I do is get paid from there. Took the money ball out, all we do is get paid from there. Took the money ball out, all we do is get paid from there. So we're just waiting. And subsequently, let's look at HGG because this was a Fox play the other day. Check them out. Right. You got arrows that telling you to go long right in here, right? Wait for confirmation. Confirmation happens when it took the money ball out there. So if you bought this, what is this? 61 cent and went to 84. That's a 30% gain. She nailed that one. She actually entered late, but I think she'll tell you being on time is critical. And it gave you a good window of time to get yourself in by 65 cents. You could have made it easy 20 cents on this one. And here's another thing. When you talk about golden ratio, it's represented by that blue line as a 50% retrace with aggressive moves, right? We go from a closing price of $1.30 down to 60 cents. We're just doing quick math. So $1.30 down to 55. So 125 to 55 is 70 cents. Well, if you're splitting the difference on 70 cents, it's 35 cents. So I might expect this thing to bounce 35 cents off of the 56 cent mark. So that would put us at what, 90 cents, right? Something like magic. There go 88 cents right there. Took that trade, signals told you, and all you did was get paid. Guess I can turn the camera back.
Hey, Billy, real quick.
Uh-huh.
I got the volume to show up, but it's yellow. How do I change the color there?
So let me show you how to change the color. In studies, and if you edit the studies, right here where it says volume, if you click the wheel, no, you got to do it in the actual script. Hold on, intraday volume, where are you? I don't even know where mine is.
You can select it, Billy, right there on the lower, right on the right. Yeah, click. Okay, above that to the left.
Right here, right?
Yeah.
All right, so if you click the script itself.
Yep, I see it. Mine says color yellow.
There you
So
go.
change it. Is it got to be capital G, or does it just? All right.
It does.
Okay. Oh, yeah, perfect. All right, good.
Cool. All right, so let me see. We got a bunch of new folks. So Austin, Trevor J, Sarah, Kawana, Zayden, Cop Trader, Randon, iPhone, I don't know who that is. Probably Tim Sykes. What's up, Tim? Thanks for coming and hanging out. Said you could put you guys' email in the chat. Hey, big girl, come talk to me because I've been talking about you all morning. What's your birthday?
September the 12th, 2011.
Y'all see why I keep talking about September 12th? Tell everybody, hey, Mr. Mark.
Hi, Mr. Mark.
I think
Hello.
Sherman gone.
Hey, can you say Wolves of Wall Street for us?
Wolves of Wall Street.
The voice, ladies and gentlemen. She hadn't been up 2 minutes. And she's ready.
Look.
Yeah, see, you see it?
Look. Daddy, I see still on my car.
I do have it.
It's a red one. It's a Lamborghini.
What's up, Asia?
It's a big Lamborghini.
Yeah, baby.
And it's red. I want cereal. I want some cereal.
All right, I'll be down in just a second. Okay.
Can I put Angel on my tablet? It's
Yeah,
charged.
it's charged.
Keep it
Hold on. I want you to come tell everybody how you come here for a minute.
I buy low.
How do you make money in the stocks?
I buy low.
There you go. All they need to do is 5 years old and buy low. I'll be down in a second. All right, good deal. All right, so you new folks, give me your email. I'm gonna go ahead and put you guys on a Discord. Pups at Wall Street. It's gonna give you guys an opportunity for you all to grow. It'll be separate of our group, but I'll be in and out. Vic will be too to kind of help out as well. I'm gonna get out of here. We're gonna spend some time with the family. I hope that this morning you guys got some stuff that will kind of help you out, and especially you new folks, you like link up, chat. That's what it's all about. Ideas share. I saw this. How'd you see it? How'd you see it? And the whole goal is for us all to win. Good deal?
Hey, Billy.
Hey, Billy, thanks a lot. And actually, for everyone that listening, just real quick, Billy gave me a very good piece of advice. He said, because the first time I looked at the charts, I was like, man, that's too much information. he said, take everything off and just start with RSI. Just pay attention to that for a few days and then add MACD. Pay attention to that for a few days, see how RSI and MACD relate. Then you can add a moving average and just only add one. Play with that for a few days and days, not just a few hours, a few days. And then the next thing you know, 2 weeks from now, you'll have all these on here. You'll know exactly what they mean and how they correspond with each other. But if you put them all on at once, you're just going to be confused for 4 weeks.
You're going to drown yourself. So, Mark, I appreciate you sharing that. Let me show you, you know.
I would completely agree, too.
This is what I don't care which ticker or which indicator you use, but only use one. Let me pull up what, you know, Fox's, and this is my basic. You know, you start your foundation off, and then you build on top of that. So we talked about a lot of different things here. Like Mark said, don't put all that stuff on your chart. Pick one, especially if you're a new trader. If you're new, pick one thing and know it so that it's so second nature. Like every time you see it, oh, I expect this. Oh, I expect this. When you're there, that's when I would suggest adding something different.
And then watch like 4 or 5 videos for an hour each on RSI. And by the time 4 hours comes, you'll be like, all right, I get it. RSI. I know exactly what it is.
Hey, Billy, don't forget to tell them that main thing. You don't got to play the open bell. That bell right now, do not play that open bell. If you know.
Turn the alert on your computer off at 9:30. Do not allow it to alert you. And don't take a trade the first 15 minutes. You guys didn't get a chance to see it, but all of those plays that we had today, I wrote them out. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plays that were after the first 15 minutes. And there were some in the first 15, but 9 out of the 50% of them were after the first 15 minutes. So turn it off, walk away from the computer. I promise you ain't gonna miss any money. It's gonna be there when you come back. I'll show you the most basic setup.
Really, can you show me something?
Mm-hmm.
I've been looking for. I can never find it. The volume bars to put in the, you know, with the candle ones, like you have it. I can never find it.
All right, I'm pulling Fox's stuff up right now. So hold on, let me. I'll turn the other screen on. It's acting crazy. It's going to be in your general setup, but I'll show you, Kay.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so here's the most basic, very simple, and all that other stuff's not on here. And I promise you, if you give me a ticker, I can tell you to play. Let's go. Give me a ticker. Is Ricky on? So give me a ticker, Kay.
Let's go to
J-Nug.
So it must be Derek. The goal.
Hey, Billy, you should be telling everybody they should look at J-Nug every day because it's going to give you a play both sides.
J-Nug and UGT, and then the other ones would be DUS and JDST every single day. You can do gold all year long. This one's hard to see because the green arrows are on top of the candles.
And there's always 10% in it.
Plenty money. You go green arrows. Of course, you put a trend line on it because you want to wait for the official trend break. All right, so there's your trend down. Once you break that trend, good folks. And this isn't my setup. This is her stuff. She got pink lines. Look, buy it, go. And it goes from 790 to 840. There's 50 cents right there. And it also tells you to get out or short to 840. 840 back down, 50 cents. Easy money. Crazy.
all day long.
Look at this foolishness the previous day. There you go. 2 red arrows that told you to get short. This is just straight up RSI, y'all. Nothing else on the chart. I can live like this. Short it, cover. Flag it, short it, cover. Flag it, short it. Relax now because I done made so much. Let's just see if it breaks down. And here it is. Got him. That would be a good dollar and some change down. 15%. Okay, so right here, this wheel, you're gonna go to appearance. I hope it's on the general page, sorry. General overlap volume. Check mark that overlap volume.
Can you do it again?
Mhm. Right here, wheel, chart settings, overlap volume. And then if you want it to be the same color of the candles, you go to appearance and then you put color as symbol ticks, or you can do preset color, which will make them gray. So if I apply gray, now you can see that my volume bars are only gray.
Okay, thank you.
But I want them to.
Hey, Billy, I'm gonna work on something that's gonna get rid of them volume bars. So we get a number, some easier, so it doesn't overlap the candles.
Okay. All right, good people. Let me get everybody's email down too. Let me Cali Chick at Heart Kiwanuck Sweet. Let me save the chat. I can save the whole chat thing. So let's save the chat. That way I have everybody's emails. And you guys will get a link from Discord here shortly. Make sure you sign up and get on in there. Let's start making it happen. Mark, was it anything? Anybody else have another question? 'Cause I'm gonna get out of here.
No, thanks. Have
Cool.
a good day.
Okay, y'all too. Enjoy your holiday. Okay, have a dream. Let's make it happen. Make a dream come reality. I'll catch y'all later.
Good stuff, Billy. Thanks, man.
No problem, Angelo. I'll upload it to YouTube.